Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is David. On this episode, we are going to talk about the 5 things that we did to improve our RV living. So stay tuned. Okay, so in this episode, earlier this year in 2023, we did several things. We did 5 upgrades. One of them is kind of a combination of multiple upgrades, but I'll explain more about that later. But we did 5 things that I want to report back to you and tell you whether it was worth it, or things that I would change, or what just didn't work out so well. So the first one was the hitch. And we put a new hitch in late in 2022, just in time to put the RV in storage. So we didn't get a chance to really report a lot about it, other than what I recorded in the video, and I'll stick that up here somewhere. But we have now towed our RV with the new hitch almost 4,000 miles. We went to Colorado, out and back, and to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, out and back, and several other short trips along the way. And I do want to report that the hitch made a huge difference. Okay, not just a little bit of a difference, but a huge difference in the towing, the smoothness, even the RV's movement was not so rigid. So for example, because there are airbags on the new hitch, I can see that there's some separation of the RV from the truck movement. So the RV is floating around a little bit more. It's less susceptible to jarring when you're hitting rough overpasses or joints in the road. And even though it didn't eliminate all the chucking or all of the rough ride, it made a huge difference. You know, I could feel it through the steering and just in the handling of the truck, but Tina even noticed that it just felt smoother, and that overall it was well worth the purchase. So I would highly recommend the BD3 from Hensley, or the BD5, or one of those variations. But the Hensley manufacturing, yeah, thumbs up on that one. And speaking of thumbs up, smash that thumbs up button if you like this video so far. Also, I did a couple of enhancements to the BD3. What I found was inconvenient on the hitch was the valve assembly and where it was. So I bought a valve extension, just like a little flexible hose, so that I could air up and down the hitch as needed. So what I did was I bought a Ryobi air compressor, and I just keep it tucked up underneath the pup's platform. And if I need to air it up, I air it up and let air out as needed. The second item is the bullet point mounting system. And overall, I've been pleased with it. It gave me some configuration, if you will, on the dash panel, the dashboard, to put my devices. I have my phone, I've got my Halo View monitor for my rear view camera on the RV, and then I also keep my TST monitor up there as well. Now, in hindsight, I probably should have ordered the 3-point mounting system instead of the 2, but the 3-point wasn't available when I placed my order for that. But if you're going to order that and you are an RVer and you know you're going to need these things, I would definitely recommend the 3-point mounting system. All that's been great. It gave me a lot of options to configure and move things around, that things stay tight in place. The only thing that I can see as a negative is that there's some vibration. So when you're going down the road, things kind of vibrate a little bit. And I would notice, looking at my phone, which was also acting as my GPS driving system, it would vibrate. I could see it vibrate. And it's kind of hard to read sometimes. I'd actually reach up and kind of hold the phone still if I needed to read something, like the exit number or something like that. It wasn't terrible, but it was just enough that I noticed it. I bought a tablet holder to use to hold the Halo View monitor, and it worked, but it's probably not good enough. I think, and I'll verify it if so, I'll have it listed in here as well. there is actually a mounting bracket that will work for the Halo View. And I'm going to reach out to Halo View, no, I'm going to reach out to Bullet Point to see if I can get, well, if they have one, I'll get it ordered. Number 3 on my list is the dash cam. And I bought the Red Tiger dash cam earlier this year, installed it. And even though it's a passive device, we have used it in a couple of instances where we kept the recordings and grabbed those video clips. One of them was when we were going through the questionable RV park in Silt, Colorado. And the other one was we had, gosh, and I'm not kidding. I know I had several comments saying, why were you blowing the horns at these people? But you can't see it from the dash cam because it's such a wide angle view. But we were coming out of the Sene National Wildlife Refuge, heading back into Munising, and there were cars passing like crazy. And I was able to record that. I kept that video clip, but these cars were just coming at us. So again, even though the dash cam is kind of passive, it's there, it's data. If you need it in an incident, or if you need to prove something, you can pull that memory card out and save it. So that's been a good purchase. One of the things I've seen that something that maybe can be worked around on really hot days, the suction cup kind of unsuctions from the windshield, and I'll find it dangling. So I've had to go back several times throughout the summer and just put that back up. The tire carrier upgrade, and that's installed onto the RV. And I did that because after I changed out the hitch, I found it harder to get my tire in front of the hitch where I was storing my extra spare. I carried 2 spares, and what I was finding was that tire was not easily going in and out like it was in front of the Blue Ox hitch. But I've been looking at this undercarrier installation or product for some time, and when I caught it on sale, I went ahead and bought it. And our last item is on the tow vehicle. The RV is no good if you can't get it there. So the goal of these upgrades were to maintain the longevity of the truck, to extend its life as much as I can. And as I explained in some of the other videos, you know, diesel engines are kind of being punished at the moment because of all the pollution controls and stuff that have been put on to them that causes them to maybe have excessive wear. So the 3 things that I did to, at least to my Ram, was the Banks differential cover, and that was due to, that was to allow the lube to move better than the stock cover would supply, and also it cooled the oil better, providing longer gear life. And when you're towing an RV, you're putting a lot of work and stress on that differential. The other item was the Banks air intake system, and that was installed as kind of a spin-off project of the AmSoil bypass filter kit. So that was done to increase the, how do I want to say this? I wanted cleaner motor oil for the diesel engine. And if you've ever seen diesel motor oil, it's really black when it comes out dirty. So the AmSoil bypass filter kit helps remove a lot more debris than the standard filters do, therefore hopefully allowing longevity of internal engine components. And the reason I did like I said, the Banks cold air intake was because to get to a component of that AmSoil bypass filter kit, you have to take out all of the air intake system, the stock air intake system. So I figured, well, I've got that out, I might as well go ahead and try to get a little bit more performance out of the engine by allowing it to breathe a little bit better. So as I stand here in front of the mighty Ohio River, I hope some of these have been helpful to you. And if so, please consider subscribing. Also, give me a thumbs up, okay? The YouTube algorithm likes it when you click that thumbs up button, so please do that. Also, please share this with your family and friends, and if it's been useful, please let me know. If also there's something that you would like to see on future videos, please send me an email or send me a comment, let me know, And otherwise, talk to you soon.